Anyways, we're just throwing together a little bit of a quick, happy match while we're waiting. It's going to be mYi Zervas versus mYi Smile. We should not have casted any of Smile's games before, and they're just jerking around right now. Why not? Good to go. For domestic violence. I wonder if these guys are sharing the same house over there or not. Should ask. Anyways, good luck, good luck. It is Overgrowth for ZVT. Thanks everybody for bearing with me on the stream as well, because I know that sometimes when you get towards the end of a tournament, if you don't jump on the same games, you can be sitting there waiting for a while. But this should be good. This should be pretty fun. I wouldn't be surprised if both these guys are pretty tippity top caliber stuff. And we could just get some, it could be a short game, who knows, might get some cheese out of that. Sometimes when you play against friends, you just want to use your crazy strategies. Sometimes you want to actually play it straight up and standard. So, in the top right, we have Smile from mYi against Zervas. We're very, very thankful for them just to put on a little fun game for us here in between other series. And it's just that Zervas has been crushing face all day. He's lost one map, which I think he just kind of played that one weird anyways. But Smile, once again, I'm not familiar with Smile, so I'm very interested to see what kind of stuff he brings to the table here. I was wondering for a second if he was just going to run out of the base. No, he will be throwing down that there supply depot and get his normal wall off. We've seen all day, nothing but spawning pools first out of Zervas here. Now, if he knows Smile well, he might try something a bit different. Not sure. But a lot of the times you just want to play your good old-fashioned, straight-up, strong strategy. Barracks finishing up over here, and it looks like this is going to be a gasless opening. We'll see if he's going to be able to go and catch it. The reason this is kind of cool and it's back a little bit further is if this Overlord comes in here and scouts up at the top of the wall, he might think it's going to be a command center first. So he might get himself caught out a little bit more by some Marines as they come down. We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. We actually do have a hatch first on this side. First time all day Zervas is going to be trying to go on a bit more macro. There's our gas going down. A bit more delayed. Whatever, ain't going to be a problem. There's our pool going down. We'll see if he takes a gas over here as well and wants to get his Zergling speed started. Not certain. But from what I read, Smile's passion is set for SC2. He should come down here and see this Overlord, and that might make him feel good. What's the score so far? Under 2-2, Kappa. I've won at least 5 times. Now, these guys are both masters in this, and I know that Zervas is Grandmaster. I don't know if Smile has another account out that he uses. Get the Overlord. It's right there. Oh, he didn't see it in time. He's going to be able to run away. How sad. So command center is done. More Marines finished. Run Overlord. I'm surprised he didn't see that there. Like, yeah, it was right beside him. Anyways. Yeah, the Overlord's going to get to a safe spot. Over on this side, we do actually have a gas first with the SCV just chilling and watching it. I don't know if he can hide over here. Where's the other Marine? I think he should be able to get away. The SCV looks like he is finally going to take off. 2 queens being made right now. We do have a good chunk of Marines out going into that factory. Should be able to be fine against a handful of Zerglings here. Actually, he's only got the 2 Marines and no bunker. There's 2 more Marines. They should be done here in time, hopefully. Let's see if he can shoo these away. I think if he committed to that, he could lose all those Marines and the SCV and have a command center slow down. Should be really bad. He's going to shoo them away, come back in here, and probably throw down a bunker. Speed is started. We have our factory in place. This is going to swap over for the factory to be able to get out more of them Hellions. Gonna start that creep on this side. Very, very important. Is likely gonna move over here for... Let's see if he takes that 3rd hatch soon or not. I've seen a lot of Zerg players against Terran now. Happy to just drone up heavy on 2 bases. But it looks like he is gonna go over there and take it before he runs out of time. It's a problem with not having Reapers. Sometimes having a Reaper over here will be able to deny this 3rd hatch. But it's not the case right now. Bunker is finished. And he's gonna start walling off. Economy-wise, obviously the Zerg player's ahead in workers. That's just how it goes. The tech right now for our Terran player, right up there where it needs to be. Let's see if this Banshee is going to end up getting Cloak, or if that's just going to be to get out a couple of Banshees to help support the ground army. Zergling gets a little shot in the back. More Hellions coming out. Once again, without having Reapers as part of this, it's slightly weaker. Having the Reapers, they're, in a weird way, the tanks for what you're doing with your Hellions. Do have one Spine going down right now. The problem is that he doesn't have Spores going down, and he doesn't, there's a Spore, and he doesn't have a layer on the way. So if this Cloak is done in right time, I should be in a good spot. A couple of Marines in the base here to try and deal with any Overlords might be running in. Did they kill that Overlord that was over here? Got one kill on them. Does he know? He did see the starport actually. So he should know that that's on the way. He's not panicked though. He hasn't started any lair. He's got Spores down. But they're not going to be able to cover everything, particularly not this between the bases over here. He's going to throw down that Spore immediately. Creep spread's great. More Hellions on the way, and he's actually going to do a Viking behind a 3cc opening. This is polished play. This is fun stuff. Handful of Zerglings out. Big pile of drones being made. Feels confident behind his queens to be able to survive any of this any of this Hellion pressure. Good dart in here and actually take a few down with him. I think he's going to go into the main with this. A couple of his Hellions a little bit beat up. Should take down that creep tumor if he's paying attention. That'll be a little bit of an unfortunate misstep there. Let's see if he can get much with this. There's one queen in place. Ugh, not the best positioning there. We'll have to back out. Took a lot of damage and didn't get any kills with that. Well, the good thing about the Banshee is if for whatever reason it was going to be some sort of bust, the Banshee always does help. Great creep spread happening right now. Did actually, I think, kill one of those tumors. And the Hellions will back off. Double Engineering Bay 3 Command Center. This is about as greedy as you can get as a Terran build. Good chunk of Zerglings out. Oh, Baneling Nest is on the way. Pretty good control. Actually, it's almost all of those Zerglings there. Great control out of Smile. Looks like he might get an Overlord. I don't think there's a transfuse ready. How many kills has he got? Just 2. That's alright. It's nice to clean up any of that vision around the map. There's only one more over here I think he can snipe. The rest a little bit hidden back. Really great creep spread on this. A lot of extra queens. Is he up to 6 right now? Yes, he is. Man, Spores just smoke light units like that. Anyways, let's look at our economy right now. Pretty big lead for the Zerg player, but the third command center is finished. Starting to make all of his bios up to his 3 vacs. 2 more on the way. We have our Spire started. Baneling speed, Overlord speed, and +2 attack. He's only using one of his engineering bays. Maybe he made a bit of a mistake. Sometimes you get really moving too quickly. You think you hit E and A, and you miss one of those keys. He's got the money to afford it. So he's going to be pretty disappointed if he forgets that that hasn't started yet. With 2-2 on the way for Zervas, he's in a pretty good spot. Overlords are moving around everywhere. With Overlord speed finished, I'll actually be able to keep a lot of them alive. One Zergling over here, trying to be a bit of a jerk. Banelings are in place. Baneling speed still a few seconds off. He does have some Widow Mines in here as well. Not the best Widow Mine hits, unfortunately. We'll have to back off. He has got the supplies about equal. He does have this 3rd base down, but the 4th base is just finishing up for our Zerg players. So Zerg is in a pretty good spot. Still hasn't remembered his +2. I don't think he has there's armies just starting. Now he remembers his +2 armor. That's got to be a little unfortunate to feel that. Banshee trying to do something. That's like, yeah, he's only gotten 2 kills this entire game. Not really that solid. Does have the bunker going down right now. He might try for a drop. This side is got a lot of things in place to be able to give scouting. I think if there's one thing that you can look at with Zervas and say he's doing amazingly, is he's been able to get vision almost all the time playing these games. Very, very smart about that. Units already in position. You're going to be very careful. The mutas in position along with the Zerglings. No, he's not paying enough attention here. Oh, he loses both medevacs. Very, very salty about that. More units over on this side, but there's already Zerglings and Banelings in position. I don't think there is a Widow Mine over here. See if that ends up getting a shot off or not. I mean, the Terran player's not down by a ton of supply or anything like that. It just doesn't feel like he's got a great grasp on this game. Economy-wise, the Zerg player's roaming free. The creep is everywhere. He hasn't been able to take any good engagements. So even though Smile's got a pretty good supply, he's in this pretty good. It doesn't feel like he's really threatening the Zerg player at all. 28 more Lings on the way, more mutas. Infestation pit started so he can get his hive and move up to 3-3. Bio is about to be 1-1, but it's already 2-2 for the Zerg player for all of their units. Widow Mine didn't get any kills. Oh, it hit an Overlord, that's why. So there's a pretty big upgrade mismatch, economy mismatch. And one bad engagement on creep, and the Terran player's smoked. Now, if he's playing mech, I could look at this map and be like, yeah, this kind of works. Getting some splits in position here. Zervas is just backing off for the time being. Cleaning up this creep, very important. Scans, doesn't get all the creep tumors though, unfortunately. Zerg army looks like he's ready to rumble here pretty quick. +2 flyer attack on the way as well. There are some Widow Mines in position here. Let's see if he can get in the right kind of hits. Oh, man. Still some army left over here, though, but there's still a lot of Banelings with this. And there's a Thor out. Widow Mines in position. Oh, he forgot about his mutas. Oh, no. That was a pretty big mistake. Despite it's not game changing, in a lot of like ZVTs that would be game changing. Gets a lot of the creep tumors there. I should snipe a Baneling, but who cares. Terran player does have a 4th CC finishing up. Because he killed so many mutas, that actually buys him a little bit of time. He could have went for a drop or two, but with all the map vision and map control the Zerg player has, it'd be very difficult to sneak those out. Not a full wall off over here. Wouldn't mind some more supply depots just to make it a bit easier. Might make a big Baneling morph over here and go and crush the 3rd. Don't lose the meta. He does drop the Thor just in time. Thor's actually only got 2 kills, but does a lot of damage with that, regardless. We'll pick up, trying to get himself in better position. So many units on this side of the map right now. And Smile's got a pretty decent economy going. He's up to 2-2. Enduring Locusts are on the way right now. I think Zervas is playing around a little bit. I think he could have probably gone in and just busted this game a while ago. Random medevac. Why not? I think he wants to go for another drop, try and sneak it out. It's going to be very difficult with the amount of detection just chilling around the map. I'd like to see him get the Baneling Burrow speed. The Widow Mine Burrow speed. Oh, that's kind of an awkward time to unburrow everything. Looks like one Widow Mine shot got off that was pretty decent there. Actually, Smile, I think that fight was probably better for Smile in that instance. There's a big bank of minerals for our Zerg player, but his actual gas is quite low. He's taking the gas at all of his bases. Nice drop over here. Actually, we'll pull a few things out of position. One Widow Mine in here could actually do a lot of damage. They only got 6. Shot the wrong way, unfortunately. And we'll get shut down here. Just coming in to clean up some creep in the middle. She gets a couple of queens for his trouble as well. He's keeping his supply pretty high. He needs to get his 3-3 started. There it is, just as I say it. I could see him stand to get this walled off completely over here. A lot of idle SCVs, but whatever. He's keeping up with what he needs to. I feel like he's pushed back a lot of creep on this one side. I can't stress enough how important it is to try to remove a lot of this creep. The vision alone has been invaluable to our Zerg player. Essentially max versus max. We have 3-3 started about the same time. Chitinous plating as well. So he can move into some Ultralisks when he's time and he's ready to go. He did get it during Locust, but I don't think he ever made any Swarm Hosts. Big run by on this side. Once again, there's a lot of surface area on this one supply depot. I don't know if that was the best burrow. She lost quite a few Zerglings on that. Did force the lift, but he's kind of all over the place right now. Once again, this wall isn't tight. Banelings probably would have did a better job than just having Zerglings in there. That Marine's seen some stuff, right? That guy's, he's lived through a lot. So we have another drop over here. Pick up. Oh, just get smashed in the face. That's why I like dropping a Widow Mine with these. You just never know. Sometimes you can get a really great shot off by doing that. I think this creep is like all the way up almost to this other base. These Banelings are going to destroy this mineral line. Hopefully Smile is really watching his mini-map. Actually, one Hellbat in there I think is kind of nice. He is not paying attention. One Baneling still chilling. A lot of the Banelings actually went down on the Thor, but it looks like there should still be enough to clean that up, and that's pretty much GG. That was the rest of the army that the Terran player had. He's down to 52 workers. Actually, after taking all those losses, I think he'd be doing worse. He's still moderate to somewhat alive. Wouldn't mind seeing like a Widow Mine or two just left over here. He's had a run by a couple of times already, and not been able to really deal with it. 3-3 is about to finish up. Production for the Terran's actually doing pretty good. That is a ton of mutas right now. That is a lot of mutas. Terran army is not in position to deal with this at all. It's actually not even moving this way. Some burrowed Banelings. Totally underrated. People really should do that more. The creep hasn't really been remade too much. We finally got one queen over here trying to spread some things around. Some long distance mining on the gold. She has to cancel a bunch of the Banelings. I mean, Smile's in a terrible spot. There ain't no way around that. But he's doing what he can with what he's got. Muta's probably going to run into the main and snipe everything they can. Actually, she's going to grab the command center. These mutas are about to have +3 flyer attack. Pretty solid. A lot of bio just scattered all over the map in small quantities right now. If you burrow that Widow Mine, you never know. Sometimes you can get lucky. Mutas are going to back off right now. These 5-3 Ultras are going to put in work. Queen fighting an SCV, why not? A lot of Marauders in here. There's barely any anti-air. Well, the Thors get anti-air, but regardless, these mutas will be able to clean this up, no problem. Nice pre-splitting, but I don't think that's really what the Zerg player's worried about at this point anyways. It's just going to come in, clean everything up with the Muta Ball. Gets the Thors. +3 attacks, pretty damn good for mutas. And everything gets shot down. And there's the GG.